Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha
Nirvignam
Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada
Saraswati
Saraswati
Namastuvyam
Namastubhyam
Varade
Varade Kamarupini
Vidya
Vidyarambham Karashyami
Siddhir
Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada
Guru
Gurur
Brahma
Brahma Gurur Vishnu
Guru Deva
Gururdevo Maheshwaraha
Guru
Guru
Sakshat
Sakshat Param
Parama
Brahma
Tasmai
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Om
Om Sahana
Sahana
Bhavatu
Sahano
Sahana Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahe
Karavavahe
Tejasvinavadhe
Tejasvinavadhitamastama Vidvishavavahe
Om
Om Shanti 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 Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Atha Panchadasho Atha Panchamodhyayah
अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः
Panchadasha is 15th chapter. We have to go a long way. Panchamodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Shloka number 3 ज्ञेयः स नित्यसन्न्यासी
ज्ञेयः सन्निध्यसन्न्यासी
यो न द्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति
यो न त्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति
निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो
निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो
सुखं बन्धात् प्रमुच्यते
सुखं बन्धात् प्रमुच्यते.
Answering Arjuna's question, which is better, life of sannyasa, lifestyle of sannyasa, or grihastha karma yoga? Bhagavan says both sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasakaro ubo. Both are meant for moksha, therefore. But karma sannyasat karma yoga vishyate. Why? Because for the unprepared karma, compared to karma sannyasa, karma yoga is better. And may you know that that person, karma yogi, also nitya sannyasi. Though he has not taken sannyasa ashrama, he is also nitya sannyasi. If it is doesn't have dvesha or raga, nirdvandvaha, free from the paths of opposites, raga dvesha. To neutralize raga dvesha only, your karma yoga is sadhana. Raga dvesha has to be neutralized for gaining the chitta shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhi is nothing but the raga dvesha to a large extent it is neutralized. It is made ineffective. The person is no more under the dictatorship of the raga dvesha. So once a person is free from raga dvesha, then the person is a nitya sannyasi only. Even though he has not taken sannyasa, he is nitya sannyasi. He has not taken sannyasa. And karma yoga, by doing karma yoga, he has gained chitta shuddhi, raga dvesha. He is free from raga dvesha. Therefore, doesn't have any preferences, neither likes nor dislikes, with regard to situations, with regard to people, with regard to whatever the life provides him is happy. Therefore, Sukham Bandhat, easily he becomes free from this samsara bandha. Okay, now the topic is mastery over likes and dislikes. That is the goal of Karma Yoga. That is required as a prerequisite for Jnana. So, mastery over likes and dislikes. The world doesn't bind you, nor you do the events that take place. But what binds you is your own ragadvesha, dvandvas. All the opposites can be reduced to ragadveshas. And therefore, one who is free from the hold of ragadveshas is nirdvandvaha. free from Dvandva, who is free from the grip of Raga Dvesha. In fact, even the opposites themselves do not really bind you. They're simply facts of life. Yes, like the Shita, Ushna, Labha, Alabha. These are the facts of life, victory and defeat. So therefore, the opposites really don't bind. Not getting what you want is always in terms of your raga, meaning that certain situations are not keeping with your lives. Therefore, you complain, I'm not getting this, the sense of lack. Therefore, not getting what you want. That is in terms of your raga. Similarly, you want something to happen which may not happen, and instead something opposite may happen. This is the very nature, the order of things. Not because the world is bad or your raga dveshas are bad, but because this is how it is. Because this is how it is. Not all the time what we want will happen. Many times what we expect will not happen. What we want will not happen. What we don't want will happen. This is a fact of life. Since you are not omniscient, therefore you are not free from raga dveshas. And since you are not omnipotent, they will often remain unfulfilled. So you don't know, you don't know the cause why, you don't know the reason why your ragas are not fulfilled. Because you're not all knowledge, you're not omniscient. And you're not omnipotent, you're not all powerful even to fulfill all your ragas and dveshas. This got remove the dveshas and fulfill all the raga. Getting rid of all dveshas and getting all the ragas. Not possible. You're not omnipotent. You're not Ishvara. If you're almighty, all powerful, then you could fulfill all your ragas and you can get rid of all the dveshas. But you are not. Therefore, the only way out is out to have mastery. That possibility that is given, mastery over raga dveshas. To the extent that you have such mastery, you enjoy control over raga dvesha. You will have mastery over the world. To the extent you have mastery over them, you will have mastery over life, mastery over the world. So management of the world is nothing but management of your raga dvesha. Management of your emotional life, spiritual life, everything can be narrowed down to the management of these two, raga and dvesha. This is why the psychology of the entire Gita Shastra is based on raga, dvesha, icha. Raga meaning desire, icha. Icha for getting things which you want, and icha for getting rid of things which you don't want. Both are icha. So raga and dvesha, in fact, they are same thing. Raga is getting, dvesha is getting rid of. So, it means that all this, the entire psychology of Gita is based on this desire. As Buddha said, desire is the root cause of all misery. So desire, raga, dveshas. Only the words are different, it is the same thing. Therefore, in order to be a jnani, in order to get moksha, jnani means the one who has jnanam, jnani and is free, liberated, free from bondage. Therefore, you must be a nitya sannyasi. So nitya sannyasi means you are free. You must be free from raga dvesha. If you are free from raga dvesha, then you are free from bondage. Therefore, nitya sannyasi is either a jnani or it could be an accomplished karma yogi. Because he has mastery over raga dvesha, therefore accomplished karma yogi, or he must be a jnani. Either one. An accomplished karma yogi also sannyasa. That is what he says. Accomplished karma yogi also is sannyasi only. Similarly, jnani also sannyasi. Yeah, even though it's not a sannyasa ashrama, because he is a jnani. Therefore, sannyasi. Accomplished karma yogi sannyasi. Grasta who is an accomplished karma yogi. Sannyasi. Even though he is not taken to sannyasa ashrama. So anyone who has a maturity, meaning that the person is not in the hands of raga dveshas, is a sannyasi. Whether he or she has external symbols or not, whether he has the orange vastra, robe, kavandalu, etc., if he has or not, he's a sannyasi only. This is a person that is fit to be released from bondage. Krishna also says here that for such a person, the release is effortless. Sukham. Sukham is adverbial. Sukham pramuchyate, easily, effortlessly. Effortlessly, it is freed from this samsara. If a person is ready, if he or she is mature, not in the hands of ragadveshas, there is nothing that can deny him or her the knowledge. Once ragadveshas are mastered, what can deny him the knowledge? When he is exposed to the pramana, knowledge has to take place. The mind is ready to receive the jnanam. Therefore, the release from bondage is indeed effortless. Once ragadvesha is handled, the mind has become pure, then the person is effortlessly released from samsara. Neutralization of ragadvesha is antakarana shuddhi, purification of mind. Once a mind is purified, that purified mind is not away from the knowledge. Once knowledge is gained, it effortlessly, Brahman has to be operated. So once knowledge is gained, it effortlessly becomes free. Sukham can also be translated as happily. Happily, the person is released from bondage if he is prepared. That meaning also can be taken easily or happily. Both are adverbial. Moksha is the only aim of, therefore, what is the aim of Karma Yogi? Sannyasa Karma Yogascha Nishraya Sakaravo. Therefore, the aim of Karma Yogi is moksha only. A karmi is interested in karma phala. Karmi is the one who does karma to fulfill the immediate desired ends. Karmi. Therefore, he is interested in karma phala, which are many and varied, and for which the person performs a variety of actions. That is the entire Veda Purva, the karma kanda of the Veda is there. If, however, the karmi becomes a karma yogi, now that he has transformed into a person, a karmi also must be a religious person. Here, what we say, who follows the Veda rituals is the Vedika, karmi. Now, it's a religious person. Now he is karma yogi, becoming spiritual. A transformation is happening in that person. He becomes a karma yogi. That is, he wants something more now. The limited ends, what he achieved, has not given him the satisfaction, the fulfillment what he wanted. Therefore, now he is after the purushartha moksha. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, purushartha. So becomes a karma yogi. He or she will not be doing these actions for Sargaloka Prapti or for power or for wealth or for anything else. Because the person has no interest in such things. As a karmi, as he would have fulfilled. So now he's a karma yogi. Therefore, karma yogi is interested only in moksha. The spiritual person is a mumukshu. Karmi is not a mumukshu. Karmi is interested in arthakama. Karma yogi is interested in moksha. Even though both are jnani, but they are different. There's a difference. Big difference. Karma yogi is interested in moksha. Karma yogi is a viveki. A person who doesn't have moksha as the only end cannot be a karma yogi. So moksha should be there as the end goal. He or she remains only a karmi, also karmatha, committed to karma. One who is interested in various ends that action can provide. The person who is interested in heaven is also not a karma yogi, even though he or she may think that heaven is the same as moksha, because it promises a certain security and pleasure. But that is not karma yoga, because it's icha there for Sargaloka Prapti. In fact, Vairagya, when we define, Iha Murtada Sukha Bhoga Viragaha Vairagyaha. Sukha Bhoga Viraga. Dispassion from the pleasures which are obtained here in this loka or in the other loka. That is what Vairagya. The Karma Yogi is a Vairagi. So therefore, he has got objectivity. It's objective. Therefore, the Karma Yogi would not be interested in moksha. Therefore, such a person is who is this person who is interested in Surgaloka, etc. Is that person is Artha Kama Kami. Either is Artharthi or Kamarthi. Artha Kama Kami is Prayurti, is after prayers. One who desires security and pleasure, not a Karma Yogi. Then who then is a Karma Yogi? The one who goes about doing various actions that are to be done because it is dharma, it has to be done and should be done properly, then purely for his own, is our own antakarana shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhyartham karma. Karoti. Preparation of the mind that is required in order to be freed from ragadveshas. Fulfillment of ragadvesha is not the criterion for the karma yogi. Ragadvesha be neutralized. So his or her motive is to rather gain mastery over the ragadvesha, not fulfill. Fulfilling a person who fulfills his ragadvesha by karma is a karmi. A person who does karma who does karma not to fulfill ragadvesha, but to have mastery over ragadvesha, is a karma yogi. In fact, antakarna shuddhi itself is a kind of moksha. So, antakarna shuddhi, the mind which is relatively calm, quiet, peace, and full and contented, is enjoys peace, shanti. That is itself a moksha only. Freedom from, at least with freedom from the hold of ragadveshas. This is the first moksha. This is first moksha. As they say, stepping out of the house is the first sannyasa. After taking sannyasa, second, that is sannyasa. Similarly, here, first moksha is antakarna shuddhi. That is first moksha. Then, that is first moksha. Then, from the freedom from the sense of bondage, freedom from ajnana. Ragadveshas are impurity, and ajnana is impurity. Ragadveshas are impurities, which impurities can be handled by karma yoga. Therefore, that is the first moksha. And ajnana, which is ultimate impurity, which is responsible for this Janma Marana Samsara Chakra. Therefore, that freedom from Ajnana is the ultimate moksha. One is the nature of the maturity, other is the nature of Jnana. So that's a difference. Nature of maturity. Maturity is Karma Yoga, and nature and Jnana, knowledge is moksha. Maturity by Karma Yoga and knowledge and moksha by Jnana. Maturity itself is an accomplishment for which one has to take to the life of a Karma Yoga. Later, there is further accomplishment, that is knowledge. So, therefore, Karma Yoga is not for the sake of Karma Yoga itself. It is for the sake of Antakarna Shuddhi for the sake of Jnanam. Therefore, there is a goal. Giving up activity and performing activity can only have the same end in view. So, performing karma, doing karma yoga, and giving up karma, sannyasa. Therefore, Nishayasau Ubau, Nishayasakaro Ubau, moksha. One person gives up action and gains moksha, that is sannyasi. Other person continues all his activities and gains moksha, karma yoga. Therefore, sannyasa karma yogascha nishayasau karo, both. Ubau. But how can this be? Should not there be a difference in what is accomplished when the means are different? Lifestyle is different. Therefore, it should not be different. Shouldn't be a difference there. Surely there should be a different result when you perform actions and when you do not. This is what Arjuna is thinking. Not Bhagavan says. Arjuna is thinking that. Therefore, Bhagavan addresses him. The next shloka removes this doubt of Arjuna. So, in this doubt of Arjuna, Bhagavan addresses this doubt of Arjuna's from the standpoint of the result, Pala, by saying that the result is one, the same goal is accomplished. Even though Bhagavan said, Nishrayaso, Vishyesakaro, Ubau. The end is same for both Karma Yoga and Sannyasa. That he says here. Let us read shloka number 4. Sankhya Yoga Pratag Balaha.
Sankhya Yogo Prutak Palaha
Pravadanti na Pandita.
Pravandanti na Panditaha
Ekamapyastitas samyak ubayo vindate palam. Okay, read.
Ekamapyasthita samyak upayo vintate phalam.
Sankhya means jnanam. Yoga is karma yoga. Sankhya meaning jnanam, sannyasa. Yoga is karma yoga lifestyle. Here we can take Sankhya is jnana yogena sankhyanam, sannyasinam, sannyasa lifestyle. Karma yogena yoginam, karma yoga lifestyle, that is grihastha lifestyle. Pratak bala, they are different based on the end. They are different. Iti vadanti. Who says? Pandita don't says. Wise people don't say that. Then who says? Only balaha only. Pratak balaha. Balaha means immature people. Balaha means not boys here. Boys or girls. Balaha means immature people. It means balaha, they are young. Therefore, we say the balaha means boy or girl. Balaha, boys or girls. They are young people yet to be matured. So they are not meant here, but as they are not matured, similarly, immature, grown up people but immature, they are called balaha here. Physically grown up, but they are immature. Vayovruddhaha natu jnanavruddhaha, balaha. So they only see these two are as different. Ekamapyasita samyak, ubayor vindate palam. Being in one, being ekamapyasita samyak, ubayogo vindate palam. Ubayogo means both of both. That is the person ekamapyasita, following one lifestyle. He gains the result of both. He gains the result of both. It means what? Both have the same results. They don't have different results. That's what he says here. Children do not know, but here children means the immature people do not know, not the wise people, they know. Argue that knowledge and karma yoga are different. Sankhya yoga pratak iti. The person who follows even one of the two properly, ekamapya samyak, samyak, well, properly, the person follows one of the lifestyle. He gains the result of both. By nature, of course, sannyasa and karma yoga are different. Why different? Because sannyasa implies giving up of karma, renunciation of action. And karma yoga is performance of activity. So one is giving up, other one is performance. Therefore, the result must be different. The thinking is logical. But here Krishna brings in the word, here Bhagavan says it is not. We'll see. Now here, Bhagavan uses the word Sankhya. Here Krishna brings in the word Sankhya in the place of sannyasa. The reason for which we shall see later. In the compound Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya means knowledge, Yoga means Karma Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means Sankhyaschcha Yogascha Sankhya Yoga. It is Itareta Dvandva Sambhasa, not Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga. There are not two Sankhya Yogas. Sankhyaschcha Yogascha Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya and Yoga. Sankhya meaning knowledge and Yoga means Karma Yoga. People argue that knowledge and yoga are different, meaning that they are not only different in nature, they are different in nature, yes. One is performance, other one is giving up of actions. But the results are also different. Iti, people think, balaha pravadanti, chintayanti, atha pravadanti. Who argues in this way? Bhagavan Krishna refers to such people as children, balaha, meaning those who do not know. Those who do not know, they are balaha, immature people, uninformed people. These people have studied Shastra and know what it says, but they don't know what it means. Therefore, like children, they repeat what they have heard without understanding. They are balaha. The child having been told by his father that money is dangerous, keep repeating the same statement. Money is dangerous. But he doesn't know why. Why money is dangerous? What does it mean dangerous? He doesn't know what that his father means that money, if not handled properly, is dangerous. There is always some truth in such statements. But the child doesn't know the meaning, even though he may constantly repeat his father's words. The same way, these people repeat the words of the Shastra without knowing what it means really. Knowledge alone is a means. Whether it is Sankhya Yoga, whether it is lifestyle of sannyasa or lifestyle of karma yoga, knowledge is a means for moksha. Sannyasa meaning renunciation of action is not the means to moksha, nor is karma yoga. Both are not the means for moksha. They are lifestyle. Jnanam alone is a means. Jnanena eva moksha. Or jnanam eva moksha. Only by knowledge moksha is gained. There is no other way because bondage from moksha is sought is what bondage from which moksha is sought is ignorance. Moksha is freedom from ignorance that you don't gain by adopting the lifestyles. Either by performance of action or giving up of action, you don't become free from ignorance. You become free from ignorance only by jnanam. So jnanam is a goal, jnanam is a means, and there are two different lifestyles. To gain this knowledge, therefore, you need a pramanam, knowledge, a means of knowledge. Therefore, whatever you follow, knowledge is common for both. Knowledge is common for both. Knowledge is common. Separate parts are not mentioned anywhere in Shastra. For moksha, there are no separate parts. Lifestyles are different. Or lifestyles we have choice. For moksha, there is no choice. Only jnanam is his choice. Therefore, no separate paths are mentioned. All that is mentioned are only two lifestyles, nishtas, lokesmin divida nishta, pura prokta maya nagartat chapter. Here we saw the pursuit of activities, pravritti, that is called karma yoga, karma yogena, yoginam, and the giving up of the activity, nivritti, that called sannyasa, as jnana yoga, jnana yogena, sankhyanam. This is all the Shastra talks about, and both of these lifestyles are meant for moksha. Earlier in this chapter, Bhagavan said that karma yoga is preferable to sannyasa. Karma sannyasat, karma yoga vishishyate, he said. Knowing this to be the case of the person who is not ready for sannyasa, Krishna wants the seeker to play it safe. Therefore, he says, the, the end is only moksha. Krishna says that whichever one you follow, you may follow sannyasa, karma yoga. The result is the same provided of course you follow it properly. Ekamapya stitak samyak, you follow it properly. The two lifestyles do not yield different results. The result is one and the same, moksha, through jnanam. By following life of karma yoga, which means performance of duties and pursuit of knowledge, you gain antakarna shuddhi and then knowledge. So by karma yoga, you gain antakarna shuddhi and then knowledge, you gain moksha. And by following lifestyle of sannyasa, which is pursuit of knowledge, we gain the same end, moksha, knowledge and then moksha. In other words, what can be gained by sannyasa can also be gained by lifestyle of karma yoga. Sannyasa, what happens? It deprives you of the field necessary for polishing yourself. There, the scope of polishing yourself is nil, less or almost not there. You cannot, you cannot, you cannot enjoy the privilege the karma yogi enjoys. Karma yogi enjoys for mastering the raga dvesha. Whereas karma yoga provides you with all those factors, which by rubbing against enable you to become polished in the process. So karma yoga polishes you. We have ample avenues. Whereas sannyasa doesn't have, already has given up. He has got only limited things and limited people or no people. Is is with himself all the time. He and only the shastra, the books. What else? So what? How can he polish himself? How can he chisel his sharpens? He doesn't have any avenues. So this is the difference between the two. That is why Krishna said Karma Yoga. Bhagavan said Karma Yoga is preferable to sannyasa for those who are not prepared. Karma Yoga is preferable to simply giving up the duties. Now the Sankhya and sannyasa mean the same. As we shall see later, now it has come the topic. Now, why does Krishna use the word Sankhya instead? Bhagavan Krishna here used the word Sankhya instead of sannyasa in this shloka. At the beginning of the chapter, Arjuna asked Bhagavan to tell him which would give him moksha, sannyasa or karma yoga. Krishna responded to the second shloka by saying, sannyasa karma yoga nishyayaso nishayasakaro ubhau. Sannyasa and karma yoga both result in moksha. He followed up the third shloka by pointing out that person is known to be a sannyasi, nitya sannyasi, who was one who had no hatred or longing for anything. But here, this shloka, fifth shloka, Bhagavan replaces the word sannyasa with sankhya. This means that for Krishna, sankhya and sannyasa are one and the same. Sankhya, the second chapter also we saw Sankhya Yoga. In fact, this Sankhya and sannyasa are one and the same. The word Sankhya means that which is very well unfolded by. Samyak kyayate anena iti. That which is very well unfolded by Vedanta. In other words, knowledge. This is the knowledge called Brahmajnanam, the knowledge of identity between Brahma and Atma. This knowledge is what the Shastra unfolds. Therefore, Sankhya means Brahma Jnanam. Therefore, Sankhya means Brahma Jnanam, which is also the meaning of the word sannyasa in the primary sense. Sankhya means Brahma Jnanam. That is the meaning of the word sannyasa, the primary sense. Arjuna wants to know which of the two, sannyasa or karma yoga, is better. And Bhagavan begins talking about Sankhya and yoga. Shankaracharya confirms in his commentary to the shloka that this is not something new that Krishna is introducing. In fact, Bhagavan had already used the word Sankhya in the third chapter when he described the two lifestyles given by him, one of which was the pursuit of knowledge for the sannyasis. Jnana Yoga and Sankhyanam. In the present shloka, he uses the same word again. The context have been been made very clear in the previous two shlokas by use of the word sannyasa. Sankhya here means the same as sannyasa. It also fits into the meter of this particular shloka rather than the word sannyasa, because Sankhya has got one syllable less. By using the word Sankhya instead of sannyasa, Bhagavan is quietly telling Arjuna that sannyasa is the pursuit of knowledge. Sannyasa is Brahma Jnanam, the pursuit of knowledge. And that is common to both Karma Yoga and sannyasa. And both of them produce the same result, moksha. Sannyasa, Sankhya meaning Brahma Jnanam. Brahma Jnana is the goal, which is Brahma Jnana, which is also the meaning of the word sannyasa, the primary sense. Brahma Jnanam, Sankhya meaning Brahma Jnanam. Samyak Kyayate Anena Vedanta Shastraihi. That is Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. That is also the meaning of the word sannyasa. So sannyasa, therefore, sannyasa, Brahma Jnana, sannyasa, you get knowledge and become free. By Karma Yoga also, you gain knowledge and you become free. So therefore, both produce the same result, only moksha only. All one has to do is to follow one of them properly. Stick to one and follow properly. Therefore, you can either be a Karma Yogi or sannyasi. The Karma Yogi cannot do karma. My sannyasi cannot do karma, whereas Karma Yogi, he can do karma and can pursue jnanam also. Whereas sannyasi should pursue only jnana. He cannot do karma. And moksha is the end common for both. It's the result of jnanam alone. So therefore, both the sannyasi and the karma yogi have to pursue knowledge. So karma yogi doesn't mean he has to do only action. Karma yoga plus the pursuit of jnana. No one becomes liberated by simply taking the life of sannyasa or by remaining a karma yoga. That's very important. Because the person has taken to sannyasa, the person doesn't mean he becomes muktaha. Pursuing jnanam, he becomes muktaha. Pursuing shastram, studying shastram becomes free. Similarly, karma yoga also, karma yogi also. Karma yogi gains antakarna shuddhi, pursues jnanam, and therefore he becomes free. Only by knowledge one becomes liberated. So knowledge is common for both. So whichever the lifestyle one chooses, one has to stick to it and has to follow it properly. That is the idea. Therefore, with regard to moksha, there is only one means jnanam. There is no choice here at all. Therefore, choice is only between sannyasa and karma yoga as a lifestyle. Same thing what was discussed in the third chapter. Again, this chapter also discussed. Therefore, karma yoga, sannyasa are different or same. In terms of the nature, it is different. In terms of the result, it is same only. Therefore, this is what Bhagavan here means here when he says that by following either one properly, the result achieved is the same. Because the end is same, the result is same. Moksha is the result. Therefore, there is no difference between the two. By nature, by lifestyle, they are different. One is sannyasa. Sannyasa, no actions, giving up of actions. Karma yoga, performance of action. But in terms of the nature, they are different. But in terms of the results, the end achieved, there is no difference. Who says that they are different? They are balaha. They don't understand. They are immature people. They don't understand what it really means. The next shloka, how the same result is accomplished by these two by the people following the lifestyle, the two lifestyles is said. We'll see that in the next class tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha.